Hello everyone and welcome to Chroma Endless 2, episode 10. Today we are going to continue making progress in chapter 4 now that we have autocrafting, so let's get started. Between the episodes I have just been, well, not very much mining, but a little bit of mining in the undergarden with our digital miner to get some regalium. I've just got to the top. I did actually go onto the roof because there was just gaps in the bedrock, but it's too high to place the miner, so I've just been placing it just underneath the bedrock layer every 3 chunks, which works pretty well. I didn't do it for that long and we got 141, so hopefully that keeps us going. Shall we perhaps may focus on going to space? Actually, to go to space we need this quest. I don't know why it's not connected some way, I guess because it looked ugly, so maybe we shall actually go around this way. So for beginning we need to dissolve some coal to get graphite. We have plenty of coal. Let me just get a stack of blocks and let's go melt it. Here is our dissolver, here are our blocks of coal, and here we go melting it into absolutely tons of graphite. Lovely. To get graphite dust from this we need to chuck this, no, not like that, in a compactor to get okay, it's not letting me type. There we go, lock that. We don't want charcoal. There we go, now we will get what we want, which is graphite dust, which is probably a good thing that we're making loads of this, to be quite honest. I don't know how much, that's a combiner. I don't quite know how much we'll need, but it's always better to have too much. And now we just cook our graphite dust into graphite ingots. There we go, at least some of them are cooked. Okay, just 21. I'll have to wait for the rest of it. Whoops. Right, this isn't going to work because of... I'm not quite sure how you're meant to put in things in the metallurgic infuser. It's rather annoying. So let's say we want to do this. We need a recipe... Oh, I have got the graphite in my ingot. We need a recipe for compressed steel. I forgot about that part. For the compressed steel recipe, we're going to do 4 because 4 is what goes in, so we might as well do that. We want that to go into the ender chest, which I can't really rename this. I don't know how. But okay. So now we should be able to order this. Yes. Now the only issue is I don't think the special thing still has to go into a different slot of the infuser, the enriching factory. I guess we're making the compressed steel. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. Oh no, it's not the enriching factory. That's in the wrong... It'll be in this one. Yes, there we go. That should be input output, but the extra's yellow, which I don't think infuse types. Put that on the same, maybe? Maybe that fixes it. Who knows? Unlike Meatball, it appears in this pack that you have to... what's the word? You can't increase the number of pattern slots in a pattern provider, which is a little annoying. Let me see if I can make a few more of these. We need more formation cores. That's not an issue. And now we need more of the other ones. Let's make 7 so that at least they're even. Okay, at least we can make some more of these now. Yay. So now we have a little tower of molecular assemblers. It's kind of ugly sticking up like that, and maybe I should have put it in the floor actually. Right, there we go, that looks better. And we can put some of these patterns we already had back in here. Now it appears we are going to be making some reactor things, so I guess, I think I'm going to need a few more patterns before we do that, but oh yeah, we should make a pattern for a pattern. That's normally what you meant to do first. There we go. Pattern for pattern, pattern for vibrant quartz glass, pattern for quartz glass. There we go, that's a few more things for our molecular assemblers, and we're meant to put them like this for speedier access. So now can I make any patterns? Let's make 16. Right, that was 1. For some reason, after I keep clicking, it doesn't like me. And there we go, we can make patterns. Okay, autocrafting is a go. Right, well, just coding the recipes for this stuff was quite challenging, but let's see if we can actually do any of it. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can make a reactor terminal. Oh, we can. Yay. Okay, this will make things easier. We have been instructed to make the smallest big reactor quite possible. Direction output, outputting waste, direction input. Maybe we should have made 2 access ports. Let me see what the quest says. It says 1's fine. Oh no, it says 2. Maybe I should get another one. I'm just mining some uranium for our big reactor, and I've just found out that you can turn uranium into uraninite. So, because I was running a little bit low on uraninite, to be quite honest, but we've got absolutely tons of uranium. There's more in the backpack as well as all the stuff that I left on the ground. There's still a bit over here. There's tons of it, so that's actually really useful to know. And what's even better, after the fortune you can get 4 for 3 in an enrichment chamber. So we are making lots of uranium right now, which should hopefully help with our power issues a little bit. Right, we are here. we can chuck in our uranium. It will go into our reactor. On. It's on. We are making power. Not a great deal of power, quite obviously, but it's actually, to be fair, at this point, any power is good power because we just have so little. What direction? This is north, so we want to make sure, that north is on receive. Good. So we're making a tiny little bit more power than we were before. I'm kind of wondering if we could instead run the quarry. No, this isn't efficient cabling. Purely off the big reactor, and we can run everything else off this one. I mean, we're still not getting a great deal of power, to be quite honest. I don't know what's using so much on this side, really. How much is this producing? Where does it tell me? Okay. I don't really know. Maybe we need to upgrade that to blazing. That might be a good idea. How much is a blazing reactor? Where is it? Here? How much is that? Pink slime. Okay, that's kind of expensive. We'll leave that for now. You can have this as a gift. Yeah, we're not doing great on power, are we? So anyway, we want to leave this on. It is, I mean, it's producing a fair bit of RF. If we made this, I'd like a big one soonish. That would be quite nice. We are using this much per tick, which is also the waste, I guess, production. Once we hit a bucket of waste, maybe we'll get a cyanite. I'm not sure. Oh, this generates less power than this. So maybe instead we will leave the reactor on. Right, I didn't have the right mode on for that. That can stay there perhaps, and maybe this is already better, and I think that's cheaper. Maybe that's just a better way to go. And we just stick this. Oh right, that's way better. And then we just leave this powering the quarry, which we seem to be getting plenty of power to power the quarry somewhat. And this is, oh dear, it's not filling up. Oh well, we got a cyanite. I'm confused. We had tons of power for a second, and now we have absolutely none. Is it just because that had stuff in and then... Yes. Power is an issue. Now we have some cyanite. Our next job is to make ourselves a cyanite reprocessor, which I think should make us plutonium. Or not? Simply add water and energy. Okay. I'm sure it works. On. Why was it off? Give me power. Oh, I love autocrafting. No more making energized steel for me ever again. Just need to put the thing in. I am making some electrum on the side because it's slow and takes a really long time, so I might as well just get it shoved in. I think some of the power issue is this buffer filling up again, actually, and that we are probably producing enough power. Really, it's just sort of filling this up, so it looks like we don't have enough power when we do. I've also just changed it, so now we are extracting from an actual power cell rather than the energy cell itself for the AE stuff. Yes, I managed to get some phantoms to spawn. Amazing. Come back, phantoms. I want to kill you. This took way too long. And this should be everything that we need for our cyanite reprocessor. Yes, perfect. We have the reprocessor, we have a sink supplying it with water, and we just chuck this in and we wait, and we should get plutonium, I assume. It's not that you can't see the recipes, I guess it only does this. But there we go, plutonium. I don't really know what we're gonna do with this. Ooh. Turbines. What we want to do is make a block of ludicrate in the dissolution chamber, and that requires both enderium, which I don't think we have. I think we should be able to make it fairly easily. Oh, it's diamond dust, not platinum. Yeah, that's easy enough. Actually, probably we'll just encode the recipe for this as well, just while we're here. Induction smelter. Yep, there we go. So that shouldn't be a problem. But we do need pink slime, which means we need 8 mob. Slaughter factory. I have put the recipe in. We need some blood orbs and a mob masher and some buckets. Well, that should all be fine. We can make 6 buckets like that. I should put a recipe in really. Blood orbs are just... do I need a promise of tenacity? I'm unsure. I'll go... Where's my blood? I'll get some more blood and we will see. Condensed blood. What does this do? Can I just put this in? Oh, you do seem to require the promise of tenacity, which is... things. Right, so we're going to need a bowl of empty promises and turn that into a dusted bowl of promises, which we will chuck in here and wait a long time for it to infuse. And this will give us the bowl of promises. I think I've just realised what this does. I think it gives me mana regen. I never really realised. I don't really need this here either, to be quite honest. Oh yeah, it doesn't have any tools. You're in my way. Get out my way. There is our promise thing, and if I chuck it in again, we will get... not it again. If we put an iron block in, we will get the other thing we need, which is an iron promise acceptor. There we go. We can now make ourselves a promise of tenacity, which if we chuck in here... Oh, we can have more blood. Not that. Now we can put our empty orbs in. Yes, that is working. Let me get some more of this condensed blood out. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. And let it slowly turn into 150 seconds. Okay, that's really slow. While we wait for that, we can actually make some arcane gold now because I had the phantom membrane. So there we go, some arcane gold. We need to make 2 arcane gold swords. I'm putting one in my inventory just in case it's a quest. And there is our mob masher, which we were almost made before. So yes, almost there, just waiting for the blood orbs now. And now we can make ourselves a mob thingy-mabob slaughter factory. Because we don't really have many other places, I've put my mob slaughter factory here with our big scary monsters, and we are getting a little bit of pink slime and absolutely tons of liquid meat. So I guess this is probably one of our best options. Can I just... Oh, okay, interesting. So we need 1,000, so I guess we just wait here for a little bit. Okay, we now have everything, including our plutonium, so we'll be able to chuck that in there and wait a bit, and we should get our block of ludicrate. There we are, 1 ludicrate block. With 3 ludicrate and some wire cutters, we are going to make ourselves a compressing mold. We are going to use that press to crush some ludicrate and some refined obsidian, and also HOP graphite, though I haven't got any, so I'm just making some. And this is so that we can make a compressor. I finally stopped being dumb, put glycerol in a drawer, because this kept filling up because of the glycerol. So yeah, we need more plastic. It'd be better if I automated this, but I haven't done that yet. Instead, we are just doing this. I now need to make myself a multi-servo press, and this will allow us to make a base augment to be able to get some compressing dies. And all I need to do is put a bit of lead sheet metal in, and there we go. Base augments, which they do a few things actually. Interesting. Well, they're very cheap. Blank integral component. Hardened. Oh, these are the upgrades for machines. I see. Interesting. And now we return here and chuck these in the squisher, and squish they go, and we get our compressing dies instead of... Oh, they don't stack? Of course they don't, because that would be too nice. And now I should be able to make myself a compressor. Woohoo, that wasn't even very hard to craft. I don't know what it does. I can make an advanced one. Oh, it does the same thing that we just did. Okay. The next thing we can mostly make, but we are now being halted by our lack of a platinum. Do we have any scandium? Okay, that's just enough scandium. So we've got 3 platinum. We need 2 more ingots of platinum, which is a little annoying. That's not what we want. It's this that we want. Oh yeah, a little bit annoying, but it's okay. There is, however, a 10% chance of platinum if we put nickel ore in the crusher. So, oh look, we've already got one. That's much better odds. Now we should be able to make ourselves a refinery, like, really easily. And this will make us fuel, oil to fuel. Okay, that seems like an easy enough recipe for me to get my head round. I went to my oil miner, I've put all the oil in that possible, and this has an absolutely tiny little thing. But there we go, we are making fuel. So I guess when we get a bucket, I'll grab a bucket. That was the easiest rocket fuel I've probably ever made. We are getting close to the moon. I want to go to the moon. Do need to make this, which is what I'm making PCBs for, because they're annoying. Bucket. Yay! Bucket, fuel, moon power. I forgot that you can combine the drill and laser things, and so you don't have to switch them, but we are going to go for some pity machine frames now, so that I actually have enough to be able to make ourselves a black steel frame. We made plenty of dark glass. Yeah, and the platinum's not really a problem anymore, so I'll leave that going, and hopefully we'll get that fairly fast. Well, we have 52 platinum now, and lots of nickel. So that was way more fruitful than what we were doing before. Yeah. Okay, we're just waiting for the crafting core, which may take a little bit of time. I need to go get my metal press, and then I'll compress some carbon. I did make a bunch of carbon for this, so it should be fine. Right, this is going to take a fair bit of carbon, so we want to put our press in here, and then it's for... Oh no, it's not. It's it's more than 4. It's 8. That's quite a lot of carbon per carbon fiber, and we need a fair amount of this. We need at least 3 coming up for this. Oh, we're going to need another advanced crafting table. That sucks. And now we have a crafting core, and I've also made the pedestals. So I guess we'll just set them up somewhere nicely enough, I guess. Okay, so it took me a while to make this, but we've put all the ingredients for this here, and if I put that there, we get ourselves our NASA workbench, which, oh, that looks kind of cool. Maybe we should put it there. It is going to face that way, which is a little annoying, but whatever. Do I need a schematic for the tier 1 rocket? I don't think so, but there we go. Also, I'm making some chromium and some tungsten. Chromium is nice and easy. It is just emeralds, though I think it's... Oh no, it's 100% chance. It just must be stuck in there. Yes, there we go. I've got myself some chromium. The worst one, however, is tungsten, which is ancient debris only to get a good amount. You can do cobble, but it's like a 0.07% chance, and this gets us a whole ingot per. So, you know, we might as well. I'm going to leave that in there for now because we're not quite at these quests yet. I was just preparing myself. What does this need? Launch pad. Oh yes, it does. So let's start now with the oxygen tank. Just making some advanced pressure tubes. They are made really easily. Now we just need a block of, I don't know why you'd make them out of 20 pressure chamber valves, to be quite honest. We need a block of compressed steel. It gets put here. The laser lasers it very, very slowly. Hurry up. And then we will get our tubes. Also, you should set this up like this because they have to be next to the middle thing to work. And if you had it the way I had it before, then you have to keep switching the laser and the drill. So this controller should be in a corner. And now we can make 2 oxygen tanks. I don't know how many we need. Hopefully 2 will be enough. Oh, I do in fact need 2. That's perfect. We need to make a space suit, which is a lot of carbon. While I wait for carbon, let's see what else we can make. So we need the scuba mask from Mechanism. We need a hazmat gown. Oxygen gear. We're not quite able to make that. Hazmat. Okay, we need some orange dye. That's not an issue. There we go. We need the hazmat trousers and we need the hazmat boots. So we can pretty much make everything. We just need to make the oxygen gear. We just need the lutetium. And there we go, our oxygen gear. So let's see what we can make so far. Absolutely nothing. We should be able to make the boots. Okay, so we need another 20, I'd imagine. A bit of time later, and there are our space trousers, our space suit, and the oxygen mask. And now all we need to do, oh, I made a bit too much there. All we need to do to actually fill this, I think, is to get our oxygen tank and put the space suit in it. And there we go. This should be on dumping excess so that we can have more oxygen. But there we go. We have oxygen. Now we can get the chromium and the tungsten out. Chromium. And where's tungsten? Here. And we can combine this in here. We'll do the tungsten first, and then we'll do the chromium. It says more chromium than tungsten, and I don't really know why we need that. For the launch pad, 4 tungsten, 1 chromium, of course. Well, that's fine. We've actually got that. And then we need to make a fuel loader. And with 4 steel plates, we should be able to chuck these in here and slowly wait for that to create what we want. I'll collect the stuff for the fuel loader while we do this as well. And there are our launch pads. And then if I put this in here, we will get our fuel loader for the rocket. Whoops, fell down a hole. It's a good thing I check ahead for things because I need basalt now for titanium. I've just been making parts for the rocket, but there is our fuel loader. I forgot about that. Okay, I've been a little dumb. Basalt does get it, but you can get way more from ink sacks and we need it fairly fast. So I'll leave these in here anyway just to get a bit more titanium for the future. But we get 4 titanium oxide per ink sac. So I think... And we get 2 titanium per titanium oxide. I hope that's enough. We need 12 for that and 1 for that, and that's it. And then we should have the rocket. Let's put everything else that we have for the rocket in. Oh, you can't shift click it in anymore? That's sad. Okay, I'll put it in normally then. Bit of time later, we can make 4 rocket fins and us. Where's my titanium? A steel engine. I don't know where it disappeared to. Things always do annoying things like that. Whatever. We now should be able to launch our rocket. I don't know if this needs power. No. Oh, it appears to be working without us. Ta-da! 1. Well, that made a bang. 1 rocket. Woohoo! Tier 1 rocket. Right, I've got a waystone. I don't have my spacesuit. I have my spacesuit. I guess it's time for takeoff? Woohoo, we are going to space. Oh yeah, good idea to put it next to the castle. That looks very cool. And this will definitely take a while. Right. Oh, Glacier. Well, we want to go to the moon to begin with. Oh dear. Oh, there it is. I guess we want to hold space when we get a bit closer to the ground. We're quite far up still. I'll hold it when we get about here. Okay, let's slow down. Okay, this is a bit fiddly, isn't it? Okay, never mind. It lagged. Oh well, we're here now. Thank you, Rocket, for making a big mess. We'll just leave this here. Moon. Perfect. Here we are, we're on the moon. Right, I'm digging down to find Dash. We have found cheese instead. I hope this isn't useful. What do we do with it? It just gives us food. I refuse to eat that. Oh, ice shards. I don't know what they do either. Let's have a look. Fuel tanks and thrusters and coils and calorite seeds. Okay, they are seemingly useful, so I will take them. Let's continue down. I'm getting to Y0 because that's what the JAI said was the best dash level. So, okay, well, it doesn't go any further than that. I don't know why. Yeah, it says it's even better, and well, not better, but you can go under the ground. Obviously not. I guess we just go maybe as lava. Let's just do Y11 then. Oh, and I'm doing it because oh, there's some dash anyway. I just wanted to make sure that we're not missing any ores before we digitally mine. There might be something that's like ice shards I wouldn't have known about unless I did this. So yeah, let's just mine normally for a little bit until I feel a bit more confident that there's no ores that we're missing. Mind you, I don't think there really is. It doesn't seem to be much down here. Not really sure how much of this we need, to be quite honest. A fair bit. I think that really will be enough, and I've only put the thing down twice, but I can't really think I need that much more. I got a moon globe for my efforts, which is very beautiful. Look at that. The moon. Spin, spin. Whee! I'm going to see if I can speed up making processors, because that is one of the things I need to do. So I'm going to get rid of this wire connector, stick my ender cell on it, and we will chuck in this. And will the power keep up? Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh, that makes my life easier. Then I don't mind not having the circuit etcher, because that's fine. We don't have enough silicon. I think I might have some more here, though. So maybe I'll take that over. Yeah, I have a little bit more. I'm making more as well. And why do I need that? Well, we need to make a universal press, which doesn't require it. Ah, I need some more drives. All my drives are filled up. So I want to make some more 4K drives, but yeah, I can't right now because I don't have enough of these. There we go, now we have some more space. Okay, we want to make a universal press, which basically is just a press that works for literally everything. And we actually need this to make ourselves a circuit etcher, which is, I want a circuit etcher. That would be perfect. We also need to make some parallel processors, which sadly we can't make in the arc furnace. So we need to get resonating crystals. Resonating dust. I see. Okay. Is this the thing where we can then repeatedly make it? Usage of this. It makes only a singular seed, so no, I guess. Unless there's like a resonating crystal. No, we just have to make it, I think. Right, we need ender pearl dust, and to get that I'm going to put in this packing die with some ender pearl fragments, and that will get us the dust in a slightly faster way. I'm still going to be using the inscriber for this because I got rid of my crushing wheels, and that's the wrong one, it's this one. So yeah, this is a little slow, but whatever. We'll be able to do it better when we get the pulse thing, which I don't think we can... No, we can't make that yet, but we're getting there. Bink. This is actually more expensive, I didn't realise. That's kind of annoying. Right, I went to get more ender pearls. Just going to put it in this. It's a little slow, but I mean, I've automated it, so it's fine. And we also get 1 dust per ender pearl rather than 1 dust per 2 and a quarter. Now, we just chuck ender dust, skystone dust, and diamonds into a body of water, and we should get resonating dust and 2 stacks. Hopefully that'll do us. Interesting. Once we get the fluix aggregator, we'll be able to double the resonating crystals, crush them down, and have them forever. So let's leave a bunch behind. We don't have any sand. Of course, we don't have any sand. Right, there we go. 1 stack of seeds and into the enrichment chamber. There you go, to get resonating crystals. Perfect. And now I can just chuck the resonating crystals in here. I should probably put this in a way that I can automate it at least a little bit for now. There we go. It's ugly, but it's automated. And there should be our first parallel processor. And while those are crafting, I would like to see if we can improve our pink slime setup. And by improve, I mean have it so it runs without me being there. So I want to make this. It creates a rotten egg, and I think that's basically, yes, dreadful dirt, which is the same as cursed earth. Back in the day. So to make this, we need 4 animus dust, which that's easy. I don't know if we actually even have any animus. No, we don't, but we can make it. That's fine. We're also going to need a Gaia spirit, and I think we have. Yes, we've got them. And yeah, we need this nutritious chicken feed. For that, we need a rune of lust, which we don't have, but we should be able to make normally. XP buckets, which we can get just by doing some of this, so that shouldn't be a problem. And also these brew berries, which come from blue skies. So I guess we go back to blue skies. Right, brew berries are apparently in the ever bright, so I guess I'll just run around until I find some. Right, they're literally right there. 1, 2, 3, there we go, we've got enough. Here is our pink slime farm. Yeah, we're not farming pink slime, we're farming mobs. So we've got our rotten egg in there. Things are spawning, we can hear them, and then they get killed by our mob slaughter factory. We are getting tons of liquid meat and a little bit of pink slime. I don't know if there's a trash. Oh, there is. Does it have a filter? Oh, it does contain a filter. Okay, we'll make that, and we'll actually put the liquid meat in that because it doesn't really do anything. Right, we are now avoiding liquid meat and keeping pink slime. So yeah, now this will just continue to run. We'll have plenty of pink slime, and that will make making ludicrite a lot more easily, because we need to make 13 Fluix logic units right now, and in the future we will need a lot of these. Something's gooping over here. This is all chunk loaded, so we can just leave it for now. Because we want to make some of the laser AE2 machines, so we have the Fluix aggregator, which allows us to forever have resonating crystals. The ME requester, which, I mean, it's not really, don't necessarily need it right now, but it's fairly cheap. The circuit etcher, which is what we wanted to make before but couldn't, and the pulse grinder, which is just a way to grind things a little bit easily, and it should be fairly fast as well. We actually need 15 because we need another 2 for this multi-block that's coming up, which I mean, it's probably not too bad. It looks cool. It might just be expensive. If I want to make 15, we are missing a couple of things, mostly ludicrite, Fluix steel as well. I think we can probably put a recipe in now for Fluix steel. So it's that, and we want this, which is also one of these recipes. And then coal dust, we will just crush ourselves for now until we get the pulse grinder. So these are both in the matter infuser. The problem with having no windows is tiny creatures appear in your house. Hello, tiny creature. Hello, other tiny creature. This thing's very good. We've already got 5 buckets of pink slime, which is 5 blocks of ludicrite, and we only need 2 at the moment, imminently, so very nice. We will need a lot of pink slime in the future. There is a pink slime singularity, of course. That's 2,000 items, which is a lot of pink slime, really. It's a shame Enderium's so expensive, because look how pretty it is. It's so pretty, and it has connected textures. Oh, it's so pretty. Not only is it expensive, it takes about 100 years to craft. We can now order 15 of our little guys, and oh, they're pretty fast actually. I'm also making some more compressed steel, but electrum slow. Yay. Now we should get our little guys. They look like little creatures, little spiders. And now we can order a circuit etcher. And actually, you know, we weren't very far off this. So won't we have this? Yeah, it's just going to go into this barrel, and then we should, I think, did I just put the one in? Yes. Oh, look, there is all the stuff, and that should mean, oh, I got rid of it. There we go, 1 circuit etcher. If we sacrifice our charger, we should be able to make ourselves a Fluix aggregator, which is actually fine because it does make charged Certus. So why would it? Oh, it also polishes rose quartz for us. Okay, this is the best thing ever. Hurry up. And this should be our Fluix aggregator. Lovely. I can also make myself a pulse grinder, and we are just waiting on the final thing, which is crafting right now, but we're waiting on some electrum, which is always slow. And there is our ME requester, which we don't really need right now, but we got the other 3 things, which is the most important part. And there they all are, and they should all be connected. Let me just make sure they're all facing the top, and now that should make our lives a bit easier. I did have to move the matter condenser. It was a bit in my way. So I'll just set that back up again over here. We're going to pivot for a minute. We are close to the end of the chapter, but I've been having a sneaky peek on the other side, and we're going to need lithium, I think. I can't quite remember where it was, but we're going to need lithium. Which means we are going to need the brine tower. The fluid, not the person. I think, yeah, well, it's also good for the induction cells, which are always nice. I can't remember what else. Is it the liquid lithium? Yes, right. Liquid lithium is used to make the mining laser base. So we are going to need it. So yeah, we need to do this. So we need 2 evaporation towers. They are a bit annoying. I'm making some more electrum. We need a lot of electrum wire for this, as is typical. Let me just make some sticks. But everything else, it looks like we have. So, I mean, that's something at the very least. Oh, I can right-click things in AE2. You couldn't right-click to craft without this. Weird. I am once again out of scandium. I just hate it. Why is it always out? So annoying. Right, okay. At least I checked. Now we are going to wait for the scandium and do other things, because that'll take a while. So I guess the next part is to make this Nebula extractor, which is going to be fun. So this multi-block kind of sucks, because we need Nebula extractor panels to make various parts of it, but mainly we just need 235. And yes, we've probably got the HDP, and the enriched iron is not really an issue, but the carbon fiber is an issue. We are going to need some more dissolvers, I would say. I can't even remember how I made them. Okay, not too bad. I guess I'll just make 2 more and then set up some sort of auto carbon maker. Here is our automated setup. Barrel with, I started with diamond blocks, but there's coal blocks in there now too. Goes into a dissolver, dissolves into probably far too much graphite that we ever need. That goes straight into a dissolver and is turned into carbon, and the carbon goes straight into the quantum compressor. Let me see, let me grab, oh, there's really not that much remaining carbon over there anyway, but we'll just chuck this in as a little head start for it, and then slowly but surely we should be getting carbon fiber, which we need so very much of. Yes, I mean, that's like at least a stack of the stuff. So yeah, this should be fine. I know a stack of diamond blocks is quite a lot, but we had quite a lot of diamonds, not that much to do with them. So I guess this will just play out here. I mean, yeah, this room's getting a bit messy, but it's still pretty open. I made a lot of space in here because I felt like I needed a lot of space, but there's a lot of empty space still, so hopefully we can fill it as we go, but we'll see. I think this needs to be made in the in space. That would be my guess, but it seems to, yes, the moon. Okay, I was completely correct. And then we get this thing called Lunaris Nova, which we basically just use it to turn into enrichment stuff and make absolute control circuits and absolute alloys, which are basically the next sort of tier. Once we get there, I think these 2 potentially are the gates. We can also make ourselves an induction matrix, which is kind of nice. But then that will let us get into chapter 5, which is shorter, but I can imagine it'd be more difficult. We have to do all the elf stuff. I need to sort out my mana production. I want to make the flower that with this thing. I want to make this. You need a wither rose. I don't quite know how you get a wither rose. We don't have one. I think maybe it's just from killing withers, which is fine because we need to kill withers anyway. Because I want witherite. Oh, interesting. Yeah, this just basically you chuck a nether star and you get mana, and that seems way better. And like, I mean, I can probably get nether stars fairly easily. The skulls kind of come up quite plentifully. Not really an issue. So I think that's what we'll do for power. I'll upgrade the mana spreader to Gaia spreader, because we need 2 per elf steel. We need 2 mana pools, and I mean, if we, I don't know really what to use it for. Oh, we can make an elf blade. Maybe we'll make some cool terra steel armor. But yeah, it's used for spirited reactors, a tier 2 of this controller, which gets us Mars over, which I assume is the Mars equivalent. Elf steel cruxes to actually make the seeds. pig bank, which we will need. Void miner as well. Yeah, lots of stuff really. That would be quite good. Also, we'll need this eventually. So yeah, alf steel is a pain. We need to make sure that we have... Oh yes, and also the plates, which I don't know if they actually are used for anything, but no, they're not. They're just there for fun. So we will need a bit of mana for that. Also, another mana pool would be good, because we've only got one. I mean, I've got these two, but they don't really count. While we wait for our carbon fiber, let's go for the second half of the multi-block, which is basically easy stuff to make. What's panzer? Okay, it's just metal bars. That's fine. We'll make the simpler parts of the multi-block. Is there a way to make these multi-blocks automatically? Or do I have to build this? Because this is pretty complicated looking. It's been a bit of time, and I have successfully collected everything that we need to make this thing. And yes, it is quite a lot of stuff. Do I still have a cardboard box? I just would rather just move it like this. And we will go to the moon. I don't know if there's a way to build this automatically or not. I kind of hope there is, because it's kind of a big boy. And don't want to have to keep looking at this. I don't really know though. Right, there it is. I built it by hand. I think I did it wrong because that doesn't look like it should, but whatever. That's how the thing... I think it didn't show the stairs the correct way. No way the stairs were meant to be this way. Let me show you. No way they were meant to be like that. But this is how it showed on the thing. So I was trying to do it exactly, but I think that's messed it up a bit. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm going to make this look better. Right, there we go. I don't know how we had spare extractor panels, but whatever. Let's put our end cell on. Apparently has no energy. Interesting. I'm pretty sure it's just power it needs on the moon. So I'll go check why we have no power. Right, I think it's the quantum compressor was just using like a ridiculous amount of power, like 500,000 maybe. Still seems pretty slow, but should be alright. Oh, I guess that's feeding into that. Well, I'll take what I have and then we'll see what we get. Right, here we go. Power is going into this. It's quite power hungry. Yes, 5,000 FE per tick's quite a lot of FE per tick. Oh good, we've got a Lunaris Nova. Yay, we did it. So now I can just enrich it, I suppose. And yeah, so let's just chuck this in the enriching factory. Oh good, I grabbed it before it went, and now we put that in here. Hopefully it's only 4 per, yep. There we go. So I can't remember what that was called. Absolute. Absolutely. There we go. And that's it. That is chapter 4, the biggest chapter, I would say, done. And with that done, I think it's a good time to end today's episode. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.